You know what I mean? What else? Dallas. I gotta roll up my window. Yeah. Padrillas Negras. Like in what is that? Past Texas. Um, Killeen. Where's Killeen at? In Texas? Yeah, Dallas, Texas. Then Killeen, Texas. Path to Totality. Yeah. Wait, is that? Yeah, that is the right one. That is the right one. Yeah, that's in 2024. There was another one that already came. Um, there was another one that already came in what was that? When was the last one? Oh, the last one came August 21st, 2017. August 21st, 2017. That was another sign right there. You know what I mean? August 20. Yeah, it was August 21st. Here it is right here. August 21st, 2017. You can see that. You can see that right there. See how the lines are going across? That was the last total what is it called? The solar eclipse, totality or whatever. That was the last. That was the last one. That was the last one. So that was in that from 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's a 7 year period. You know what I mean? That's a 7 year. That right there is a 7 year period. So, you know, like that's a 7 year period. Like to me, that's like to me that's like a grace period. Uh, then sign. These are just signs. You know what I'm saying? These are signs. These are signs of that. To me, these are signs that you need to watch out for because, um, and then honestly, right after that happened, probably a couple weeks later, I don't know, maybe a week or two. Wait, when was that? Yeah, that was in August. That was in August. Like a week later or 2 weeks later, there was a big flood. Not like, not like um, not like a it was just like it was a flood. There was a lot of places that got flooded out. You know what I mean? I'm not really saying that this had anything to do with it, but I do know that it says about like this blocks like the whole. This blocks the moon, um, the sun for like 7, almost 8 minutes. So if like, if the everything was blocked, if the sun and everything was blocked, I mean, if the moon, yeah, if the sun was blocked for that long, like it would probably all the plants and stuff would pretty much die. You know what I mean? I don't know if it would get cold or what, but it's just something to read into. It's definitely something to read into. Um, but I mean, it's pretty interesting, and like I said, these definitely are signs though from above. Besides the man-made stuff that's going on, you know what I mean? Like all the man-made stuff, like a lot of this stuff you can tell is man-made. Then again, some of it's like them messing around with stuff and everything's getting out of whack. You know what I mean? Like because that's just what us humans do. You know, we can't we can't just be thankful and grateful what we have. You know what I mean? We gotta try to experiment with other stuff and you know what I mean, and mess stuff up. And it's just like, look, yeah, the totality path of the U.S. U.S. solar eclipse 2024 path of totality. Let's go here real quick and check this out. Come on, man. All right. So that right there. So that right there. Oh, let me see here. There's the path for the totality. So national eclipse compilation of various 11th century 2024 Great American Eclipse April 8th 2024. Let's check this out. Let's check this video out real quick and see what he says.
The Self-Visa credit card is the credit card that puts you in control. How do you apply?
Man, I should be asleep. I gotta go to work. Take me a little nap. Shout out to everybody doing their thing on YouTube, yo. Keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. Y'all inspire me. With the information y'all put out and all the research y'all come up with, like, cause I'll be interested. I'm interested in all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I really am. But I always got to give the creator credit first, regardless. I'll never ever be too cute. Think I'm too cute for him. You know what I'm saying? Or just cause I might learn a little bit of stuff. You know what I mean? I'm never ever gonna turn my back on God. So he knows that. Because I know all this stuff is temporary, you know what I mean? It's temporary stuff. Alright, so that's that. There's just the Great American Eclipse. Excuse me. I mean, all this stuff is heating up, man. It's definitely heating up. I believe these are signs from above. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, you got a lot of man-made stuff going on right now. You got tornadoes getting crazier. You know, but that's because everything's out of balance and out of whack. It seems like, you know what I mean? Like everything's just, you know, the weather patterns just all screwed up. You know. Right, y'all. But you know, like um, definitely like to find that video. Man, I gotta get home. I gotta take a nap. I'm tired. I'm tired. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, nah, not really, but I could stay up all night if I wanted to. Like, I'm just, but I like to get my rest. I ain't trying to push myself to death. I could definitely stay up all night though, with ease. Just good old, give me a good old thing of coffee. Give me, excuse me, go get my coffee. And I'll be up all night. Be up all night. Let's see here. So yeah, but that was about the solar. That's about the solar eclipse. I mean the totality. Totality. They're just 3 years away. They stand out among total eclipses. A total solar eclipse will be visible on April 8th over Mexico. Like I said, it's going over Mexico and a couple other cities through Texas, Dallas, Texas, stuff like that. Coming down through Maine. The last one came from the west. It'd be a 7 year period. It'd be a 7 year period. The last one came from the west, all the way down through North Carolina, down through Florida, I think. Georgia and Florida, I think. But this one's gonna be different, and it makes you think, like, what's going to happen? Like, is that gonna be like? Is that like some welding going on? You know what I mean? Like some real welding, like split. You know what I mean? There's definitely an earthquake coming. There's definitely probably gonna be an earthquake coming soon. You know, and earthquake coming, and um, it says 2024 for the eclipse of April 21st, 2017. The maximum duration of totality lasted for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, which was nearly a half minute longer than the U.S. average. But on April 8th, 2024, the maximum duration of totality will last as long as 4 minutes and 26 seconds over southwest Texas. So the last one was only half of that, and I remember that. I remember that actually happening. I remember that actually happening, and then I swear, like a week later, there was a flood. There was a flood, like, you know what I mean? There was a flood, like a week later. So, um, and it just made me think to myself, like the Holy Spirit was talking to me, like, wow, like I was like, wow, that just like, that just happened. Like all of a sudden, this this totality came through, and then a week later it was a flood. You know, and this was in August. You know, and August up here is it's hot. You know what I mean? It's hot up here. You know, August is one of the hottest months because, you know, yeah, June, July, August. August is one of the hottest months. You know, and then September, October, and then it starts cooling down. It starts cooling down in October, where the temperature drops back down in the, you know, in the 60s. In October, it drops back down in the 60s. You know, so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's a couple years. It's 3 years away. That's still a decent amount of time. That's over 1,000 days. But that's over 1,000 days. You know what I mean? So it's just something to think about. That's all. But these are signs. These are signs. And I'm not saying that they have anything. Hold on. Let me see here. These are just signs from the heavens. You know what I'm saying? That's not man-made stuff. That's not man-made stuff that's going on. You know what I mean? This is actual. You know, this is actual real stuff. Like this is like stuff that I look at. You know what I mean? That's not man-made. You know, these are signs from the heavens. You know what I'm saying? So because there's going to be um there's going to be you know, like that guy, what's his name, Robert Smith or whatever he said. He said there's going to be 200-mile-per-hour winds and, you know, stuff like this coming up. Maybe not right at this moment, but you could just see how the storms and stuff, when they happen, you know, things are getting, the storms are getting stronger. Like we're definitely moving, you know, moving into something different or something, you know, something's, you know, if there is another planet, you know, if there is a planet X or Nuberin or whatever, you know, just us getting the tail end of that thing, you know, just us getting the tail end of that bad boy, if it zips by and we get the tail end of it, it's going to do some damage. You know, it's definitely going to do some damage, but I'm not scared, bro. Like that ain't gonna stop nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm protected by God, man. We're protected by God. If you love God, you believe in God, you believe in Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Who came down here and died for our sins? Because they knew that we couldn't, you know. If you know that he died for our sins, you know, we're sanctified. You know what I mean? We're not worried about no legalism. You know what I mean? We're sanctified in God. You know, you gotta be sanctified in God. You gotta be more pure. You know, be more pure with your intentions. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you overcome a lot. You overcome a lot if you're more pure with your intentions. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, everybody just want to, you know, they try to be snakes and stuff like that, and that's not cool, man. That's not cool. That's not cool at all, man. I don't know where people got off thinking that that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's just some old low life type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, what happened to the real, thorough, genuine people? You know what I mean? That's some low life that's some low life stuff, man. That's low life, man. You can build, Like you could build a business on real relationships. You can build a real business that won't fall apart. A strong foundation. If you got a not solid business, like you can't. It's not gonna be strong. It's gonna be weak. You're gonna be wobbly. You know what I mean? You're gonna be wobbly. Your business isn't going. Your foundation is weak. You know, your foundation ain't worth it. Ain't worth it. How's it gonna hold the building up if the foundation is weak? You know what I mean? The same way with building relationship. You know, building relationships and off a strong bond. You know, I mean, just building a strong relationship. You know, I know, and that's just not taking shortcuts. You know what I mean? Not taking shortcuts. Um, not taking shortcuts in life. Not trying to take the fastest route to you know what I mean, every day. You know, sometimes you gotta take the long route. You gotta take you gotta, it's just best. Like, it's the only way things work. When you got a strong foundation, man, if you're out to up to schemes and stuff like that, and trying to snake somebody out, man, it's not gonna last long. It's stupid, man. It's stupid. It's dumb, man. That just shows your character. It shows what type of character you have in you, and it's just not right. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. It's not right. You know what I mean? It just shows your character. It shows that you really can't. Your character's really weak. It shows that. You know what I mean? That's just like if you're trying to break somebody down, and because they're trying to come up, and you're acting like you got your foot trying to kick them or something like that while they're down. Like, you got a weak character, man. You're not really strong like that. Like, your character's weak to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel that. I don't. Because anybody that is trying to come up and stuff like that, and do doing the right thing, and you know what I'm saying, might take them a little longer or whatever. They ain't out here trying to, just get over on anybody. You know, that's much. I pay much respect to that person, because it might be a little bit harder grind, but you know what I mean. At least it'll last. You know what I mean. At least it's a strong foundation. You know what I mean. It's a strong foundation. But anybody trying to, like, down somebody or something as they're trying to come up, and they ain't did nothing but show you love and show you support, man, that's weak. That's weak to me, man. That's played out, man. You know what I mean? That's played out, bro. Like, that shows that you don't, you have a lot of work. You have a lot of progress to do within yourself. You know what I mean? You have a lot of progress to do within yourself. That's all. It might look cool. It might look cool or something like that, or to the time being, to some other people that, you know what I'm saying, they ain't really cut like that. You know what I mean? But that's weak to me, man. That's really weak. You know? And that's because most of the time, man, the thing is that people just want something to talk about. They want somebody to blame. They want somebody to talk about, and they just want to have something to complain about because they're miserable. You know what I'm saying? Misery loves company. They love talking and gossiping about stuff that, that they just want something. They just need somebody to blame instead of just being accountable. You know what I'm saying? They just want somebody to blame. We got to get back to we got to get back to actual, you know, having a strong foundation. But that's why people, when you just come out to get what you want and not actually build something, you'll never really get what you want. You know what I mean? Because you're not trying to build. You're not taking the time to sit back and actually trying to build. You know what I mean? You're just trying to come out to get what you want, and then you'll never. It's like, it's not pure. It's not pure, so it's not. You know what I mean? It's not going to stand. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I understand that this the way this. I understand that some things, some things are happen in certain situations or whatever. But like, if you got two people on the same page, and then their foundation is gonna be strong. But if you got one person that's on the page of trying to build a strong foundation, and you got one person on the page of trying to scam and scheme and just get over on